Morning everyone, Boker Tov. Finishing up Siman Taf Kuf Nun Dalid, the laws of Tisha Be'Av. Shulchan Aruch talks about working on Tisha Be'Av. The Gemara already says that there was different minhagim in different places, and certainly if the minhag in that place is not to work, then that's what one should do. If the minhag in one place is to work, then one could do. But let's delve into that a little bit more. So he says that Talmidei Chachamim certainly would not work on Tisha Be'Av. Anyone that wants to be like a Talmid Chacham for this, he should do. And even in a place where they did not generally work, but you could do your work through a goy, and buying and selling in makom that they didn't do it, then you shouldn't do it. But even in a place where it is mutar, then you should kind of minimize it. Because in general, when it comes to Av, we minimize even working until Tisha B'Av. Now, the minhag, it seems like, is that one could work, but it's Tisha B'Av, and that's the next thing. But anyone that does work, let you know there's no bracha to it. So it's not the day of working; it's the day of contemplating on the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash, the day of Kinot, etc. But as he mentions as well, but let's say something you're going to have a loss. So something that if I don't do this, I'm going to have a loss. It's maybe something significant. Then it's mutar, just like it is on Chol HaMoed. And so that's the way that things should be gauged on the day of Tisha B'Av. If I'm going to lose, let's say a person's going to lose his job, right? Okay, so then that's a big loss, right? So you have to put everything on the scale. But if it's something that you're not going to lose, one should take off the day and use it for kinot, and use it for contemplating on the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. Anyone that has the avelut on Yerushalayim, they will be zocheh and see in the simcha of Yerushalayim. Also, this year we don't have Seudah Mafseket because we go straight from Shabbat into Tisha B'Av. But in general, a Seudah Mafseket cannot consist of meat and wine. But this year, Seudah Mafseket could. So if there's meat, let's say, at the Seudah Shalishit, so there's a discussion. We are going to be having Seudah Shalishit here. The way it's going to look like is Mincha, Seudah Shalishit, and I'm pretty sure this is, I look back in my notes what we did in 2022, when it was the last time that it was on a Sunday. So it's going to be Mincha, Seudah Shalishit, and then there's about an hour from when you have to stop eating until we do Arvit and Kinot, because we're going to be doing Arvit and Kinot about 20 minutes after Shabbat ends, so that lets people drive if they need to come. So during that, so when we stop eating, I would suggest that maybe then would be the Dvar Torah, the singing, and then the end of the Seudah Shalishit. So that will take about 15 or 20 minutes or so from that, and then there'll be a break of about 40 minutes or so, maybe some Dvar Torah, whatever, until comes the time of the Arvit and the Kinot. So one should try to bring their non-leather shoes before Shabbat, so that right away when it comes to the Arvit and the Kinot, they have the non-leather shoes here ready to go. The other option, just to mention, was come for Mincha and everyone go home and eat at home and stay at home all the way till Arvit and Kinot. The only thing is that if we do that, people might say, well, I'm going to come just for Mincha, then walk back, forget it might not come. So we're going to be doing it this way, that you'll come, you'll pray, you'll stay, you'll eat here, and everything will be taken care of for you here, Bezrat Hashem. On Tisha B'Av, there's no tefillin in the morning, but there is tefillin at Mincha, and there's no talit in the morning, but there is talit katan that you wear, and the talit katan you don't make a bracha on. You just, when you make your bracha on the talit later in the afternoon, it's going to cover for the tzitzit katan that you have on you. I want to mention one last thing, because I've got a few questions with regards to swimming. I don't think we mentioned it over these halachot. We have a whole week now till Tisha B'Av, and this year, because Tisha B'Av is on a Sunday, so there's no Shavua Shechalbo. It's a discussion, but we rule lenient. There's no Shavua Shechalbo. So what happens during this? People want to know. It's hot outside, swimming during this week. So according to the letter of the law, according to the Shulchan Aruch, the issue with showering, or which included in that is swimming, is is it's only in Shavua Shechalbo. It's only Shavua Shechalbo. Now, the truth is, there's a big difference in showering and swimming. Swimming is for enjoyment. Showering is necessity, but it's put together. So the thing, so according to the law, Shavua Shechalbo, that's when one needs to refrain from swimming. So that means this year, technically, a person could swim and shower all the way till Shabbat before Tisha Be'Av. But Moroccans were strict on swimming, sakana, etc., from the 9 days. So if you want to go with that, the Moroccan custom of being strict over the 9 days, maybe one should. If he's Moroccan, then yeah. But according to the letter of the law, one is allowed during this week because it's not Shavua Shechalbo. If it would be Shavua Shechalbo, then no. But this week it's not Shavua Shechalbo, so according to the letter of the law, one can swim during this time. Okay, that's that. As I mentioned to some, I'm going to be Zocheh to go to Eretz Yisrael, leaving this evening, and I'll be there for about a week. And B'ezrat Hashem, I'm going to have everyone in mind, and praying at the Kotel and at the holy sites, B'ezrat Hashem. Chazak Baruch for B'ezrat Hashem. I feel bad I'm not going to be here for Tisha Be'Av, but that's the way sometimes things go. And I'm sure it will be hopefully in Yerushalayim with the Bet HaMikdash, B'ezrat Hashem. Minchat tonight at 6:55. Have a good day, everyone. Tana D'Eliyahu.